Well, hello, crafty friends. Welcome back to my channel. It's Sherry from Creating Sherry. I don't know if you've picked up the Spellbinders BetterPress yet, but let me tell you, I truly enjoyed it. I think I'm going to be definitely working through learning how to do more and more with it, and I'm certainly happy to see a lot of really cool products coming out. These are some pink fresh plates and dies that I ended up getting. I see some wonderful stuff coming out that I think is going to make this better and better. But this was basically my first project going through and testing it, and I decided that I would work with you and show you what I came up with. Now, this wasn't for like on the difficulty scale, it was not difficult to do, but I'm still learning my own personal design. So as I went through it, I thought, okay, well, I'll look at everything and decide what I can do. I picked this apricot and this beautiful rose here. And what I'm going to do is make a card where the BetterPress rose is in one sort of bottom corner offset. Now, this is called the Chase, I think is what they call it. Very good magnetic system that they have on there. Really clear markings. So I'm making an A2 side card with the panel that you saw in the cotton. I'm using the sort of the right recipe, if you will, or the right products that were first created to come out with these. I've since tried it with many different papers, including Hammermill, Nina Solar Crest, all kinds of stuff, and it works beautifully. But I went with what was normal here. So I'm twisting and pouncing this apricot ink onto the plate. And yes, your plate gets messy, but you can clean it off with a great cleaner that they have available. I'll link that one as well too. So here I am. I've got it in the bottom corner. I've got my paper taped on. Magnets go down, and then it goes through my Big Shot. Really easy, really wonderful. And check out these results. Beautiful. And it's actually pressing into the paper. So it's a debossed type of impression that you get. Now, here's where I got a little fancy. I thought I wanted it in both corners, but as you'll see in a second, spoiler alert, they overlap. They're too close. I ended up being able to use the panel on something else that I was doing with a center focal piece put over top of it. But look, yeah, they're touching each other in a way that I didn't want. I sort of wanted them further down into each corner so that it was a little bit white space in the middle and I could do a sentiment in the middle. It's not that bad. They emboss or deboss very beautifully. So I'm going to put that aside and come back to it. So here's me again trying to figure out how I can get it further into the corner, trying to decide which corner it is. For ease, I stuck with the apricot here. It's a very pretty color. I know they sell them in a lot of 4-packs, so this seemed to be something that just appealed to me for a rose color. Again, I pick up that cotton paper, making that A2 size card. And here I go, starting this project over again. It's only paper, friends, so keep going is what I say. Beautiful. That's exactly what I wanted. Now, I have noticed that a lot of manufacturers have come out with some really nice stencils and masks that you can use with that. But the time that I made this, that wasn't available to me. So I decided to pull out a few colors here and a few different blending brushes with my waffle flower stencil mat here and see what I could get going on. So I want to use that apricot, which is the ink that is made for the BetterPress. But then you can see across the top there, I also have a few of my favorite Gina K's. I think that's Jelly Bean Green. I feel like Innocent Pink is up there, and probably Bubblegum Pink is up there as well. So with these Ulta New brushes, which are kind of pen size, so think about holding a pen or a paintbrush, really, really nice. I'm putting it down on my mat, and all I'm going to do here is just get that color and kiss it into these roses in a really nice way. I will not ever claim to be any type of painting or coloring master whatsoever, but this was fun. I just let myself go, putting down some color sort of as I thought it made sense, trying to follow all the beautiful tips that I have experienced in all the other YouTube videos that I have watched, and I think it came out to be something that's really nice. I'm not going for any kind of full coverage here. I'm going for a little bit of blending, a little bit of clarity, I would call it, in the negative space staying there. And then I just keep turning and blending and turning and blending till I get something that feels very appealing to me. I'm sure when you do this yourself, you're going to come up with all kinds of great ways. And I know that you'll find this to be sort of the Zen part of the project where you can really just exercise those creative juices, but get something that's really pretty as well. Now, want to turn this into a card. So I've picked out some peaches and cream for my card base. I've got these beautiful sentiments here that are ready to go. And I thought, okay, let me give them a try. You're about to see, though, when I pick something out, it's a great sentiment. It had a little bit of gold foil on it. I love me a little bling. So I picked that out and thought, this is a card I want to make specifically for a friend. So I thought that looked great. But in just a moment, I'm about to realize that those sentiments are on white cardstock. And the white cardstock doesn't really gel in my mind with the creamy cardstock that I'm using. That's the cotton for the BetterPress. But that's okay. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fix this up. So I took one of the larger Altenew blending brushes, went back to the apricot, got my ink on, laid it down on my mat, checked it on the back first, and then turn it over. And what I'm doing here again is just trying to tone down that white with that kiss of color from the apricot. I'm trying to create something a little bit cohesive and not so as startling. But what I really want to do is keep that gold there for a little bit of bling. I think it turned out. I think I could get better and better at this. I think I might also try and do a sentiment strip, stamping it instead of using something that was ready-made. But heck, this is how we learn, right? So here, let me put it against the paper so you can see. This is basically the palette I'm going for. But now what I've realized is by adding that gold foil sentiment in, I'm missing some gold. I like to have my projects have color that has continuity through it. So just using my, what's that called? Chopper, guillotine, paper cutter, whatever you'd like to call it, from We Are Memory Keepers. I take the cardstock down a little bit so that I can have a nice masking? No, not masking, border. And I really enjoyed the way that this started to turn out. You'll see in a second. I've got the bling from the sentiment. I've got the nice gold in the back. I love using this product here to be able to get my glue all over the back of this card. I am a chronic over adherer, but that's okay. I don't want my card project falling apart. Now, for those of you who are following along, I'm very new to making these videos on YouTube, and I hope you are enjoying them. Clearly, I need a little work on my camera angles, friends. And that's what I'm going to make sure that I keep working on as I go forward and make these videos. I'm really glad that you're watching them. I'm having a ton of fun making them. Now, following along with this, I decided I want to add just a little bit of embellishment. So here's me pouring out those really nice gold. They look a little matte in the video, but they're actually, before they started scattering to the winds here, they're a really lovely sheen. So what happens is I've got those gorgeous apricot and peachy colors, that little kiss of pink and green in there as well, and then these gold embellishments just bring it all together into a nice cohesive piece. I made this a top folding card, as you can see here. Probably will put a white piece of paper on the inside for it, but that's it for today, friends. I want you to enjoy. I hope you'll come back. I really love you for being here. Thanks so much.